Hey, yo, what's the deal? Miss your boy Tag from Pro Wrestling Tag. You know what I'm saying? As of this recording right now, it is 1:04 p.m. You know what I'm saying? April 16, 2025. I don't know what the fuck is going on with this phone, honestly. I don't. You know, shit keep fucking pausing on me and such. This is my backup phone because I got two phones, but the main phone that I use right now is being charged, so I'm just using my backup phone for now. So I definitely want to, have a discussion on this because I am very curious. What the fuck is going on with New Japan Pro Wrestling? Well, what the fuck is really going on? The reason why I ask that is because, and this might be even before this past week. This morning, there was a report saying that Tatsuya Naito, whatever the fuck his name is, and Bushi, right, are both departing from New Japan Pro Wrestling. And this also comes during a week of, The Rock putting that Instagram post of himself wearing a New Japan Pro Wrestling t-shirt, right? And also we see departures and such, look at Jeff Cobb. Jeff Cobb is on his way out. Kevin Knight left the organization, Hiroshi Tanahashi, you know what I'm saying? Like he's retiring and all this other shit, right? Like so many departures and stuff that's going on with New Japan Pro Wrestling. You had to question it. You had to question what the fuck is going on. I don't see Bushi, going to WWE. If he wants to go to AEW, that's fine. It's like what I said before. When it comes down to Japanese wrestlers in the States, they do not get over. They don't. They don't get super over. They really don't. They really fucking don't. And as far as Tatsuya Naito, I don't know what the fuck he does. I don't see WWE signing him. I don't think WWE is a good place for him to land. Because again, listen. If WWE, and I think Shinsuke Nakamura, I know Shinsuke Nakamura is done with WWE. If they bring in Tatsuya Naito, what the fuck are they going to do with him? Huh? There was a story I remembered, right, about how I think they tried to meet with him in Japan. I think it was Matt Bloom and such, and he snuck his way out of, a restaurant in Japan. I remember that story. I definitely remember that story. I don't know if it was Matt Bloom or it was somebody who wanted to meet with Tatsuya Naito, right? And then he backed out of the restaurant and he left them hanging and shit. But shout out to Marie Shadows because Marie Shadows has videos about and she has a current video now, and I'm gonna actually put it in the description about what's really going on with New Japan Pro Wrestling. I don't know, and look, I don't really have a lot of history with New Japan Pro Wrestling like that. I don't follow them like that, but I definitely have, I do tune in from time to time. I'm not a diehard New Japan Pro Wrestling fan, you know what I'm saying? But that organization has created, American stars. They have American and Canadian stars. And again, you see what the fuck is going on. Is there something deeper that nobody knows about right now with New Japan that we should be questioning? I don't know. But I will say this. I think the AEW relationship might have a lot to do with the damage of the reputation of All Elite Wrestling. Ever since they had this partnership with New Japan Pro Wrestling, it's like they've been poaching talent. They've been poaching talent nonstop, right? And you can see it from people like, Switchblade Jay White, Will Ospreay, Kazuchika Okada, Mercedes Moné, Kevin Knight. You know what I'm saying? You can see it. You know what I mean? You can see it to the point where it's like, man, what the fuck is going on? The relationship with New Japan Pro Wrestling and Ring of Honor was a great relationship. the relationship between New Japan Pro Wrestling and WCW was a great relationship. This relationship, though, I don't know. And the crazy thing about it is they're still going to continue the Forbidden Door pay-per-view. You know what I mean? They're still going to continue the Forbidden Door pay-per-view. And then let's go a little bit more further. Early this year, they had Wrestle Dynasty, right? No, I'm sorry, Wrestle Dream. They had Wrestle Dream, right? They had Wrestle Dream, where a lot of the AEW talent went over, and then also on top of it, they didn't even mention anything on AEW TV about the pay-per-view and everything else. They didn't even mention it. I mean, they didn't mention when the Young Bucks got the IWGP Tag Team Championships. You know what I'm saying? They didn't even mention it on thing. So that tells you a lot about what the fuck is really going on with New Japan Pro Wrestling and AEW. I think again, this is this relationship hampered everything with New Japan Pro Wrestling. It has. Now, is there a chance that they could wind up switching sides to work with WWE? I would not doubt it. If anything, I would welcome it, because let's keep it a stack, okay? The relationship with WWE and TNA shows that WWE, this current administration is playing ball. You know what I'm saying? This current administration is willing to play ball with TNA wrestling. You know what I mean? Like they play a friendly game of catch with TNA. Okay. Then also on top, you have the relationship with WWE and Pro Wrestling Noah. Now I don't know if that relationship is still intact. I would assume so. I would clearly assume so. But I think if WWE has a work relationship with New Japan Pro Wrestling, I think the Noah relationship is pretty much dead and gone. Because, New Japan Pro Wrestling is the big fish. Let's keep it a buck. They're the big fish. But I do like Pro Wrestling Noah. I do. You know what I mean? Pro Wrestling Noah, to me, is the second largest wrestling promotion in Japan. Hands down. I don't think there's an issue with that. But I understand why WWE would want to do a work relationship with New Japan Pro Wrestling. I understand why. I clearly understand why. Everything is to stifle AEW. Everything is to put a dent in the armor at AEW. And they've been putting a lot of dents. They've been putting dents like there's no tomorrow in AEW. You know what I mean? And I think with this, if this happens, because again, we don't know. Nobody really knows what The Rock, what The Rock putting the New Japan Pro Wrestling shirt means. And of course, there was also a report, and I think this was from Fightful, saying that New Japan Pro Wrestling, quote unquote, didn't have nothing to do with, The Rock putting on that New Japan Pro Wrestling shirt on and such. But if that's the case, why the fuck did you put it in your Instagram? There you go. But New Japan Pro Wrestling is in trouble. Not really in trouble to the point where they're going to go out of business and such. No. But I think they're in trouble in terms of, their aura and their star power is concerned. Because even to me, I don't look at New Japan Pro Wrestling the same like I did like 10 years prior. You know what I mean? I don't look at them the same. I don't. I definitely don't. I mean, like I said, you got people leaving and you got all this other stuff, right? I could be smoking crack when I'm about to say. But again, this is wrestling. But you don't think that The Rock and Seven Bucks Productions is going to purchase New Japan Pro Wrestling, right? I don't know. I don't know. I could be. I know that's a Hail Mary stuff. I mean, again, I don't want to sit there and be a conspiracy theorist, but there's a reason why he did that. It has to be more than Jeff Cobb. It has to be more than Jeff Cobb. It has to be. You know what I'm saying? Because The Rock is not going to put, a shirt on and such and something happens. I mean, if that's the case, he would have done the same shit for fucking Tama Tonga last year. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. But I'm about to be out, guys. You know what I mean? I definitely will be making another video tonight for sure, because it's AEW. It's AEW Spring Break Dynamite, and they're going to pass fucking WCW Monday Nitro. Wow. And Tony Khan is going to celebrate that. That's the only reason why it's special, right? Get the fuck out of here. I'm out. Peace.